last time on AF, a trio calling themselves the Old Saiyans arrived on Earth, finding Goten as the closest, strongest power. They claim to be up to nothing malevolent, but simply want to test their own strength. While the boys wait for the return of Goku and Vegeta, we rejoin their conversation at Capsule Corp. To be honest, they've gotten too strong to the point there's no strong adversaries left in their vicinity. That's when he remembered the legendary Super Saiyans, and that there were survivors among the new Saiyans. So we wanted to come here and fight them. Did they understand now? Taken aback, this is a totally different story from what the boys have been told. Trunks can't help but ask why they seek so many strong opponents. An inquiry that dumbfounds the strangers. What a funny question. The only thing that makes our lives worth living is to feel stronger and be more stimulated. Grippy states that, as expected, the new Saiyans think very differently than they do. Nas has to get this straight though. Don't they only feel their lives are worth living when they're fighting someone strong? And actually, their dads might have that feeling. But more than fighting, they like to live peacefully with their families and people they love. And what? Live with people they love? It's strange to think something like that can make your life worth living. They don't understand these values at all. He has never thought that anything was more important than fighting. Then again, the old and new Saiyans' great conflict occurred because they didn't share the same values. So it is what it is. Goten has mixed feelings about all this. Trunks has to mention, by the way, if the legendary Super Saiyan's going to appear soon. As he said, Earth's moon is going to emit that special light? Exactly! Technically speaking, the legendary Super Saiyan was born about 560 years ago. It hasn't been 1,000 years since that day, but each of the various planets have their own moon. The cycle of light emission changes according to its solar system. In other words, the Earth's moon will soon hit its 1,000-year mark in this sense. They're just waiting for that light to go off at any moment. Understanding. Nas exclaims that if one of them, or if one of the Saiyans here emerges as the legendary Super Saiyan, meaning the light isn't the only factor and it varies host to host, the Old Saiyan wants to fight him, no matter what! If Trunks isn't mistaken, didn't the legend say that the legendary Saiyan likes both blood and fighting? If something like that's born, it's going to be trouble again. They should at least inform Gohan about this in any case. If that legendary Super Saiyan shows up, it's going to be a story that'll take the world by storm. Doing so, Gohan greets his younger brother, informing him. Gohan wants him to be very sure that all of this is true. And it looks like it's going to be a messy situation again. They need to hurry up and get in touch with their dad and Vegeta. But for some reason, they can't feel their ki at all. He doesn't know exactly where they're training. Their mom said that she's pretty sure he went off to train with Vegeta. But anyway, he thinks they'll come back after a while. Gohan can only hope this doesn't get messy until they're able to return. His brother echoes his thoughts. Hanging up. To summarize the trio's goals, they just want to fight his dad and Vegeta, correct? Exactly what they want. They merely want to see how the new Saiyans have evolved. Well, like he said, right now they're out of touch. But he's sure they're going to be back in a while. So in the meantime, how about they fight the two of them? Something Trunks is immediately against. However, it sounds great to Nas. He'd love to try that out. Goten assures President Trunks that it's alright. These people just want to fight. They have no ill will. In fact, he doesn't get a bad feeling from them either, does he? Besides, Mr. Daddy wants to see their evolution. Something his friend and boss can't really argue with. First, they gotta change their location to somewhere a little better. Heading out to a wasteland. There's nobody around this spot. Goten is sure that it won't be a problem to go all out here. By the way, he's not sensing much energy from him. Have they been holding back? And that's right. To avoid wasting any energy, they'll only release a little for starters. powering up to the Old Saiyans version of not Super Saiyan. This is amazing. It's the most powerful ki Goten has ever felt. Trunks notes that his hair turned purple. He's never seen a transformation like this. The Saiyans suggest that Goten transform too. That way they can see which evolution is stronger. Away, Gohan feels this tremendous ki. Could it be that Goten and those other guys are fighting? He said they weren't bad Saiyans. If that's true, then what the heck is going on? Even Pan rushes downstairs concerned about this power. Her father tells her that when his dad and Vegeta return, he needs her to go tell them what's going on. And feeling this energy firsthand, Goten knows that now is not the time to hold back. He's got to go all out from the start. But this aura. The stranger states that his energy is much higher than before. Is this his full power? Keeping this fact a secret, the boy simply implores him to come and find out. Something Naz has been looking forward to. Goten couldn't see any of his attacks at all. Maybe he's been slacking too much on his training. His challenger queries that perhaps this isn't his limit. And although it is, Goten continues to keep this a secret. But if this is all he's got, he's just wasting his time. If the boy has something left up his sleeve, he suggests he use it while he can. Causing him to smile that he's been underestimated a lot before. This dude is just so fast. Goten's attacks aren't connecting at all. His movements are so smooth and fluid. These guys are very experienced in combat. They're obviously not nearly as veteran as them. They've been skipping training instead of making sure they had a fighting chance. Regrettably, they're not even close to being able to compete with them. Having enough, it looks like this is all he can do after all. He came all the way here from another galaxy and was insanely excited to see what the Saiyans here could do, but he's disappointed that this is all he has to offer. Beaten and exhausted, he's right. With a smile, Goten gives up. It's an amazing feeling though. He can't even feel his body moving. The Saiyan delivers a mortal blow to Goten. But why? Why did he do this? Catching his friend, Trunks pleads with him to get up. He curses Naz, asking why the heck he would do this. Wasn't this just a sparring match? Why would he do this out of nowhere? Not following his train of thought. What's he angry about? Isn't this what brawling is all about? And what? This is not what you do in sparring. This is not a fight to the death. Only furthering the Saiyans' confusion. For Saiyans, sparring is just to decide who is strong and weak. So why shouldn't the weaker one die? What a weird thing to say. Clearly not making the same emotional connection as himself. What are these guys? Deep down, he was worried about this. Their values of life and fighting are too different from their own. They have no emotions. They fight purely to know whether they are stronger than their opponent. They have no fear, no hesitation. These guys are truly Saiyan maniacs. What does this most recent development mean? Are the old Saiyans evil after all? Or are they driven by their animalistic instincts to simply disregard sentient life?